Yo, what's up, everybody? This is William from Before the Billions back with another video. I wanted to talk about this because I've been making a lot of videos relating to is college worth it? And you guys have been showing a lot of engagement with this type of topic. So I'm going to be talking about this article that I saw on Forbes Advisor, and we can go ahead and get into it. I would appreciate it if you guys go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoy this type of content. It's a small click for you, but it means a lot to me, and I really would appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so this is the article right here. It says, is college worth it? Consider these factors before enrolling. For decades in the U.S., a four-year degree was seen as a ticket to a better life, associated with higher wages, better health, and access to home ownership, to name a few benefits. But rising costs, mounting student debt, changing job requirements in some industries, and new higher education alternatives have altered the equation, leaving many high schoolers and their parents wondering, is college worth it? College graduates still earn higher wages and have lower unemployment rates than workers with only a high school diploma. However, industries that don't require a bachelor's degree, like manufacturing, construction, and hospitality, often pay well and see steady economic demand. Plus, many companies and even government organizations no longer require job candidates to hold college degrees. Though some researchers claim the economic benefits of a college degree are diminishing, higher education is still undeniably valuable. But is college right for you? That depends on your financial priorities and professional goals. All right, so it says read on to learn more. How to determine whether college is worth it. College is a great way to discover yourself, what you're good at, what drives you, what you want to spend your life doing. Higher learning can provide opportunities to travel, research, build a professional network, and connect with peers and mentors. But the cost is immense, often more than $100,000 for a four-year degree, depending on the institution. If you're on the fence about college, take the considerations discussed below into account. Also, compare the potential benefits and drawbacks of a four-year degree to alternative higher ed options such as boot camps, professional certificate programs, and trade school. I think when it comes to this, I had a great time when I was in college, and it did lead for me to be able to get a career in data engineering. And I will say that I was able to get scholarships when I was in school. I know a lot of people, if you are working, you can get your company to actually pay for your degree or at least reimburse you. So overall, I think that college is worth it, in my opinion, but let's continue to go on. It may be different for other people as well. So let's see. So factors to consider. When determining whether you should go to college, ask yourself the following questions. What are your career goals? Does the school you're eyeing offer a strong program in your area of interest? That's actually a really good question to ask too, because there are programs in certain colleges that are just not good. So I know I went to Georgia State, and there were some things about the computer science department that I really wish changed. We just didn't have enough teachers for the amount of students, so the classes would fill up really quickly. It was like one professor. Everybody hated this professor. I swear. I don't know if he's still teaching or not, but boy, he had a terrible track record. Nobody liked him, but he used to teach all the classes. He would teach like 5 classes, so you couldn't just not take his class. And yeah, man, I never forget it, boy. I took his class twice, and I was like, oh my god, I almost failed. I think I got like a C in both of his classes because he was just a terrible professor. But I passed them classes and still got my degree. How much would you pay for tuition and other expenses? Next, assess what student loans and scholarships are available to you, and consider the level of debt you'll face after graduation. If you're not sure where to start, check out our rankings of the best private student loans. A private student loan is going to be higher than a government student loan. The best low-interest student loan, and the best personal loans for students. We also list some of the best scholarship websites and search engines. Finally, think about the salary you'll likely earn in your desired profession and how quickly you'll be able to repay your loans. It might be wise to consider the decision as if you were your own life coach or mentor. How would you talk through this problem with someone in your shoes? College admission professionals, high school guidance counselors, and mentors can also provide input to help you make an informed decision. So here are some of the feature programs that they have. All right. College income and wealth premiums. Two key economic indicators to think about are income and wealth. Income here relates to your earnings from a job, while wealth refers to your net worth. For decades, college graduates enjoyed higher earnings and greater wealth than individuals who did not graduate from college, creating so-called college premiums on both income and wealth. Though these premiums still exist, they've declined for recent graduates, according to economic research published by the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. The college wealth premium is trending downward faster than the income premium, due in part to the high-end rising cost of college. The cost of college. To examine the cost of college, we look at the average net price as collected by the National Center for Education Statistics. Net price is the total cost of college, including tuition, supplies, housing, and other expenses, minus grant and scholarship aid. In the 2020 to 2021 academic year, the average net price of attending a four-year college for first-time undergraduates was $14,700 at public institutions and $28,400 at private nonprofit schools and $24,600 at private for-profit institutions, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Tuition and fees. Tuition and fees have risen over the past decade across public and private nonprofit colleges and universities. The increase was highest for private nonprofits, where annual tuition and fees increased by 14% between the 2010 to 2011 and 2021 to 2022 school years, from $34,000 to $38,000 respectively. The increase at public institutions in that time frame was smaller, at 6%, from $9,100 to $9,700. Now, I think this is also a big reason why a lot of people say that college is a scam, just because of how expensive it is. Not because they don't tell you how expensive it is. It's like everybody knows that college is expensive, but they, for some reason, think that it's being devious, even though they kind of tell you everything up front. Total cost of attendance. The total cost of attendance combines the cost of tuition, fees, books, supplies, room, board, and other expenses. I will say though, them books is a scam. But if you don't have LibGen, never mind, because I don't want to blow up the spot. There's a book website that you can get free books, so that way you don't have to, pay so much money. Now, this ain't gonna work for if they have a book that you got have a QR code and everything to sign in to be able to do your homework. But if you just need a book for reading, a book website, if you know, you know. In 2021 to 2022, the average total cost of attending a public four-year institution was $26,000 for students living on campus. Attending a private for-profit school costs $32,900 or $55,800 for a private nonprofit college. So for a four-year bachelor's degree, the average total cost of attendance for students residing on campus was approximately $104,000 at public schools, $131,600 at private for-profit schools, $223,200 at private nonprofit schools. In other words, the cost of college is steep, even with financial aid taken into account. Exactly. But you're probably going to a prestigious school if it's like $104,000. That's a lot. Student loans. The percentage of first-year undergraduates who take out student loans has decreased since 2010, according to the NCES. 38% of first-time, full-time college students were awarded loans in 2020-2021, compared with 50% in 2010 to 2011. NCES noted a decrease across all controls for both 2-year and 4-year higher education institutions. The average loan amount awarded has also decreased over the past decade. First-time degree-seeking students received an average of $8,400 in 2020 to 2021, compared to $7,700 in 2010-2011, a decrease of 8%. Education debt is the fastest growing form of debt in the U.S., with the total Student debt now around $1.76 trillion, according to the Federal Reserve. In the 2021 to 2022 academic year, 49% of students earning bachelor's degrees from public four-year institutions graduated with federal student loan debt, according to research from College Board. The average amount of debt per student was $20,700. Another 9% graduated with private student loan debt, averaging $34,600 per borrower. God dang. Private student loan debt, like you have a high interest rate. So that's crazy. To understand how effective students are at paying back their loans, NCES examined the class of 2015 to 2016, 4 years after graduation, finding that the average federal student borrower still owes 78% of their original loan amount. The average percentage owed was particularly high among Pell Grant recipients, 85% of the original borrowed money. So I was a Pell Grant recipient when I was in school. The potential college payoff. We've determined that college is expensive and only getting costlier. I never seen that before. Costlier. It's getting costlier. Student debt is on the rise and financial aid awards are dwindling. So what's the return on an investment in higher education? Let's take a look at potential payoffs for college grads. Higher earnings. College graduates still enjoy higher earnings than the average U.S. worker. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that in 2022, bachelor's degree holders took home a median wage of $1,432 per week, while workers with just a high school diploma earned only $853. That's a difference of 68%. But how much you earn depends on several factors, including the industry you work in and your age, gender, and location. A 2021 report from the Georgetown University Center on Education and Workforce found that 60% of high school graduates and 28% of associate degree holders earn higher wages than half of bachelor's degree graduates. On average, bachelor's degree holders don't start to see returns on their college investment until they've worked full-time for 15 years. It's the lowest return on investment of all post-secondary degrees, according to the Education Data Initiative. However, return on investment for bachelor's degrees can differ significantly depending on the major. The most cost-effective majors are in the computer and information sciences. Other areas with high returns include business finance, business accounting, and electrical engineering. Majors with low return on investment include fine arts, liberal arts, general studies, and education. Lower unemployment rates. In 2022, bachelor's degree grads faced an unemployment rate of 2.2%. I guess I'm a part of that 2.2%. Since I just got laid off. While the rate for all workers was 3%, according to the BLS. By comparison, 4% of workers with only a high school diploma were unemployed. Despite national conversation questioning the value of a college degree, a recent survey by the National Association of Colleges and Employers found that many employers still see higher ed as valuable, with 3/4 of respondents viewing college credentials as high quality. Recession resilience. Having a college degree may help you stay afloat during the next economic downturn, according to a report by the Public Policy Institute of California. Less educated workers suffered higher unemployment losses during the past few recessions. For example, at the height of the COVID-19 recession, workers with no college education experienced an unemployment rate of 18% compared to 10% for workers with bachelor's degrees. All right, finally, here are the pros and the cons of going to college. Whether going to college is worth it really depends on your situation. Some career aspirations require a 4-year degree, while plenty of others don't. Certain academic interests make more sense to pursue in a formal campus environment. Others lend themselves to self-study. Your financial situation is an important factor in determining the value of college. You'll want to ask yourself if higher wages and more career options in the long run are worth years of student loan payments. Here are some of the pros and the cons. Some of the pros of going to college is higher wages on average, more career options, opportunities to gain further credentials and earn more money, alumni networks, recession resilience, personal growth, better health, higher likelihood of home ownership and being partnered. So I got the home ownership part. Lower risk of becoming delinquent on debt obligations. The cons is high cost, years of student loan debt, not necessary for some jobs, many alternatives to college like apprenticeships and associate degrees may provide similar benefits, and opportunity loss due to time in college spent not working in professions. Okay. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this type of video, please go ahead and hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified whenever I make new videos on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Please go ahead and hit the links down in the description below so that way you can check out the Before the Billions website. So that way you can check out the newsletter that I'm sending out for the Before the Billions community. Also, guys, if you also hit the link down in the description below for the Discord, you can speak with either me or anybody else within the BTB squad. I would really appreciate it. I will see you all in the next video.